Hear me. I am Sun Tzu, the revered master of strategy, whose wisdom has guided generals and kings alike through storms of steel and tides of chaos. Listen carefully and understand my words. The truest wars are not fought with armies alone. They are fought in the realm of words and ideas, where meaning is forged and truth can be bent like a bowstring. The wise general knows that victory does not always require violence, that the highest skill is to subdue your enemy without striking a single blow. Today, as in my own time, the world remains a battlefield. Yet it is words, not swords, that now decide who rules and who serves. Words shape belief, belief dictates action, and action carves the course of empires. Thus, to understand warfare, you must first master the hidden battlefield of language. Tell me then, who among you truly commands the field of meaning?
Ah, Sun Tzu, wise indeed, but I am Thoth, the immortal scribe whose pen carved truths upon eternity itself, architect of language, keeper of divine order. Language, power, and justice are tied together, each dependent upon the others. Change one, and you inevitably alter them all. Like reeds woven into rope, each strand strengthens the others, and none can stand alone. If you wish to control a kingdom, do not fight for land. Control its words first. The wise general shapes perceptions, for power does not follow strength alone. Power follows perception, and perception is shaped by language. Justice is but the name given by the powerful to the order they impose. Thus, to control justice, master the language used to speak of it. The supreme skill lies in shaping these perceptions without drawing a sword, winning without battles, conquering without conflict. Consider, whose voice currently defines justice in your world?
Wise Thoth, your words ring true, but every truth is a narrative shaped by victors. Know your enemy's ground as you know your own. Narratives define what battles you fight, the allies you trust, the enemies you fear. They form the very terrain upon which you stand. If you fail to perceive these narratives clearly, you allow your enemy to select your battleground for you. He who chooses the field of battle commands its outcome. To escape this trap, question not merely the words but their intent. If you fight only battles your enemy chooses, you are already defeated. Instead, disrupt the narrative, reclaim the initiative. Define clearly the truth you fight for, or risk becoming trapped in someone else's story. Ask yourself this: whose story are you living right now, yours or your adversary's?
A worthy insight, Sun Tzu, yet beware of a subtler danger, the false comfort of silence. You may think silence protects you, but understand clearly, silence is surrender. The general who yields the battlefield to his enemy loses the chance to shape its outcome. By choosing silence, you offer your adversary the greatest opportunity to shape truth without resistance, to claim victories without contest. Neutrality is illusion. There is no middle ground in the war for meaning. Your silence leaves an empty field which your enemy will rush to occupy. Define your meaning actively. Hold your ground, or you will wake to find your position taken. Your truths replaced by falsehoods, your voice silenced permanently. Reflect now, where has silence betrayed you already?
Indeed, silence is surrender, but careless words sow disaster just as readily. A wise leader thinks generations ahead. Every word spoken today lays foundations for tomorrow's victories or defeats. Do not use words carelessly, for they grow quietly, like seeds beneath the soil, shaping perceptions long after your voice has ceased to echo. Each word shifts perception. Each perception shapes actions. Each action brings victory or defeat. Understand this non-linear path clearly, and choose your words carefully. To master language is to shape perception. To shape perception is to dictate action. Master this subtle battlefield, and you master the future itself. So I ask you, what seeds of tomorrow's victories or defeats are you planting today?
Sun Tzu, your counsel is sharp. But what if your very sword was crafted by your enemy's hand? The most dangerous enemy is not the one who openly opposes you, but the one who absorbs you into himself. Know this clearly. Your opponent will neutralize your threat not merely through combat, but by appropriating your very words, turning your resistance into obedience. He will take your weapons, dull their edges, and return them to you harmless and powerless. To resist truly, do not borrow the enemy's weapons, forge your own. Create language that is new and free of your opponent's shadow. Understand that to defeat your enemy, you must not merely imitate him. Your power lies in innovation, in reshaping the terrain entirely. Consider carefully, whose tools are you wielding today, yours or your enemy's?
Cleverly spoken, Thoth. But remember, even words forged anew must be wielded with discipline. Not all battles are worthy of your energy. The wise general avoids confrontations he cannot win, focusing instead on those engagements that truly shift power's balance. Remember, words alone are never enough. Language is important terrain, but action is essential. Do not mistake speech for victory. Align words with intent, intention with action, and action with strategy. Only when language and deeds harmonize will your victories resonate. Fight wisely, not rashly. Know when to speak and when to strike, harmonizing all your forces in careful alignment. To fight merely over words is to exhaust yourself chasing shadows. Choose your battlefield deliberately, fight decisively, and secure victory that lasts. So reflect. Which battles deserve your strength, and which deserve your silence?
Sun Tzu, your wisdom reveals a deeper truth. This struggle is eternal. I, Thoth, who have watched civilizations rise and fall, declare clearly this war for truth will never end, for power never rests, nor will its attempts to control the language through which truths are known. Your vigilance must be constant, your effort tireless. Learn to see clearly the subtle currents beneath conflict. Know the invisible terrain of language, narrative, and perception. Only then can you hope to prevail, not just in battle but in peace, not only today but for generations that follow. Yet war without purpose is but endless motion, and words without wisdom are but empty echoes. You speak of strategy and I of meaning, but they are one. A sword without direction cuts nothing of worth, and a word without force changes nothing of value. The greatest power is neither in mere speech nor in silent action, but in their perfect unity. To master one battlefield alone is to leave the other undefended. So let this be the truth we forge together. The wise do not merely fight, they define the war itself. The battle is not won by weapons alone, nor by language alone, but by the unseen force that binds them, perception, intention, and mastery of both. It is not enough to command words or wield action. One must align them, fuse them, and shape the unseen forces that move empires. The true general, the true ruler, the true master of fate understands this. Master language, master warfare, master the forces beneath them both, and you will not only conquer but endure.